Hey guys, what's up? My name is Peace Itimi, but you know that already on my channel. And I'm a YouTuber, I'm a growth lead. And this video, I want to basically answer your questions. I've been thinking of it. I've been on the Farmers Connect videos, but I haven't really talked to my people one-on-one in a while. And I figured, doing Q&A would be nice and just hear from you guys and respond to the things that you really want to hear. So I put it on Twitter, I put it on LinkedIn as well, and I put it on Instagram. And I was like, hey folks, are there any questions that you want to ask me? Ask me anything, no questions are off limit. And I got tiny responses on Twitter. Twitter people broke my heart. I got a few responses on LinkedIn, and that was really cool, especially because that was very last minute. But then I put it on Instagram and I had a shit ton of questions. Instagram people are engagement on par for things that matter, I guess. But so for this video, I'm going to answer questions. I got so many questions and I categorized them into three key things. Personal questions, you guys want to know a lot about me apparently and my relationship. A few questions on marketing as well, and then a few questions that are very career related. So I'm going to do three of this. The personal questions are a lot though. After categorizing each of them, because some questions, 4 or 5 different people will ask similar questions. So after grouping all the questions, I still have about 20 career questions, about 15 marketing related questions, and about 32 personal questions. And this is after grouping. There are some of them here that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people asked. But yeah, we're gonna do it. So please stay and watch this video. It's promised to be interesting. It's just me answering things that you want to know. This first one, this particular video is the personal question, so you get to learn a bit more about me. And you know what? Let's just do it. Welcome to my channel, and this is Q&A session with Peace.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Peace Itimi, a change maker, professional, and creative who is passionate about growing people and growing businesses. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and please always share my videos. It promises to always be impactful and insightful.
Question number 1, how old are you and what inspires your dress sense? How am I doing? I'm fine. It's 3 a.m. I can't believe it's 3 a.m. Sunday morning and I'm recording this video. But I'm good, I'm energized, I'm feeling very inspired and motivated and zen, just January right now. So I'm good. How old am I? I'm 26. I wish I was 19. My birthday is October 8th. Start, thinking of what you're going to get from me as a birthday gift. I want lots of gifts this year. I think I deserve it. What inspires your dress sense? Comfort and mostly comfort. I wear the things that I am comfortable wearing. Anything that makes me feel comfortable in my own skin. Yeah, that's what I mean. Not just something that makes me feel confident, that feels like it's me, that feels like, oh, this is me being authentic. That's what I usually gravitate towards. So I want to wear not the things that are trending or the things that people think I should be wearing. I want to wear the things that makes me feel like I am in my own skin, and that makes me feel authentic and also just makes me feel cool. Sometimes I would dress for confidence depending on where I'm going to. Other times I would dress just because I want to be a cool kid. But at the end of the day, it's just me being authentic and me comfortable in my skin. I get inspiration from different people, from different things, but generally it's Peace, what do you currently feel like at this moment, or what do you want to feel like at this moment? And I wear that. Another question, I think that you're cool. Thank you, Nanayachuku and Aura. I'm not even sure they're 2 different people, but thank you so much. I think I'm cool too. I like to think about myself as a cool kid. So this question is, how do you manage to be fresh, fly, fine, and rich at the same time? Fresh, fly, fine. I don't know. It's just God. I didn't do it. Rich. I'm still working towards that, man. That's the goal. Hey, are you in Lagos at the moment? No, I'm not. But still, you can still shoot me an email for Founders Connect. Can you do a glow up challenge about where you started and where you are right now? That's a good idea. I don't know if I have baby pictures and stuff, but I definitely can find pictures from 2014, 2015, which is about, let's calculate it, that's how many years ago, 2022 minus 2014. That's about 8 years ago. So I probably can do a glow up challenge. I can, and I probably will. So thank you for this suggestion. Please, can you be my mentor? I don't know, maybe send me a message about why, and if you connect, and if I have the bandwidth at the time when you send it, maybe we can, think about something. But I don't have like a structured mentorship program, but I am signed up on ADP list. You can try adplist.com, and I have about 30 minutes or 1 hour allocated on my calendar to ADP list every week, so people can go on ADP list, find me, book me for 30-minute session, and we can have a conversation. So that's probably the easiest way to get mentorship from me right now. Just go on ADP list. I automatically approve the invite because I've already set like allocation on my calendar every week for that. That's probably the easiest way, but we can't have like a more structured mentorship program than that. I love your Locs. Where and how did you get it? I got my Locs in Lagos. At Loctitude, the salon is in Ikoyi, but then after some time, I used to get them to come to the house as well. So my Locs of Lagos, I did it in December 2019, so it's about 3 years now. Oh, my baby's about 3 years now. My Locs is one of my favorite things about myself and my body and my appearance right now. One, because I've always liked locks and always wanted to do dreadlocks, but also because whenever I think about my hair and the growth, it just reminds me that I am growing. It's one of those things that shows me growth in the last 3 years. When I started my locks, I used to have I've gone through different stages with bandana, stages where it was just very tiny, it was like baby locks, wasn't going anywhere, stage where I didn't need to pack, couldn't pack the hair, but it could follow my face, and that was my favorite part of it. 2020, during the height of the pandemic, my hair couldn't really pack like this now, but it could follow my face, and so I used to just have locks like this. And now I'm in a space where if I let the hair, I can't put it on my face anymore, like fringe, because it's too long. My hair actually gets to like my eyes, and so it's much easier to pack now. I remember the first time I packed a ponytail on my hair, it was like, oh my goodness. But now even it's double-stranded locks at the moment. Double-stranded locks at the moment, and they're folded. So this is not even the length of my hair. My hair is way longer than this, but it's easier. This stage it is right now, it's easier for me to manage when it's locked and twisted like this, double-stranded and folded. It just makes it easier, but still it's good. Every time I retwist this and use this style, I see that, oh my god, it's longer now. The last time the double-strand looks so here, now it's here. The growth is just astonishing. I wonder what my hair will be like when it's in year 5, that's in 2 years time, or if it gets to year 10. Like that just, it represents growth for me. So I just started rambling about my hair. How did you meet your friends that you currently chill with in the UK? That's a very good question. I have a set of friends right now who are Nigerians, and we knew before I knew some of them, like 1 or 2 of them before in Nigeria, and then we moved to the UK at different times. Some of them have been here like a year or a year plus before me. Some of them, like Ellie, for instance, moved around this period. So we just kind of found ourselves again, like, oh, now we're in a new city now, and we've known ourselves. Now we have more reasons to even be closer friends and to build a community now, because we're here and you need your people. But then I also have some other people that I'm having to build relationships with from scratch, and I'm just becoming much more deliberate about meeting people that I wouldn't say we're friends before, they're Nigerians, but maybe we sort of know that we work in the same ecosystem, or they see my content and reach out to me here in London. I'm meeting friends from different WhatsApp groups. So I have some friends from Technician Slack group, from Hope, which is where I do angel investments. There's some people who reach out to me like, oh, I see you in London, do you want to hang out? And there's some other people that I just reach out to, like, hey, I'm in a new city. I'm just being more deliberate about building my community now, because I know now more than ever how important in the community is. So yeah, so if you're Nigerians that you meet, it's just like we just kind of found ourselves, Lagos to London London group, and then other people, it's just being deliberate either on their path or my path. Your tattoos, how many are there? I currently have 5 tattoos. Don't tell my mom. I have one on my leg. It's an ankle. It's a diagram of an ankle, and then there's beauty and abide written around it. The ankle just reminds me of strength and it reminds me to be grounded, and then abide just reminds me to abide. There's a scripture that says abide in God, and then beauty just reminds me that I'm beautiful. So beautiful and strong is what ankle means to me, and then just put it together to abide in Christ. Then there's this one, which is, maybe this camera is better, whatever. There's one here, which is I am, which is just I am that I am. I am anything I want to be. I can create whoever I want to be. I am in so many things. Then there's another one here. So there's I am here, and there's choose joy. There's I am here, there's choose joy here. Choose joy is just a reminder to choose joy, to go for joy. As as much as I can to put joy and love and positivity above all else, to just do the things that bring me true joy and true happiness and live a life of joy. Joy is also my name, but choose joy just reminds me to place joy above all else. Then there's an arrow here, which is create your own destiny. It's Greek mythology, and this is my current favorite. This is my current favorite. In short, it just means that God never fails. There's hope. Mountains rise, oceans fall. Or mountains fall, oceans rise. God never fails. So yeah, I have 5 tattoos. I think I will get more. I don't like the pain when you start doing that, like the pain when you're drawing it. But by the time you're done, a couple of weeks later, you're like, oof, sexy. So yeah, 5 tattoos, and they all have deep meanings, but yeah. What keeps you motivated? Because I know there's some days that are demoralizing. I have a picture of what I want my life to be. I like where I am right now, but I also know that there's more that I can be, that my life can contain. And that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me motivated to I still have to put in some work to be able to get there, to be able to create the life that I deserve, the life that I want. And I'm just trying. I also want to just keep making the people around me proud, my moms, my closest friends, people who on the internet, you guys that say I impact you or that you're inspired. I also want you guys to keep being proud of me. So when I think about the people who can be proud, I want to keep making them proud. When I keep thinking about people that I impact, that I inspire, I like that. That fills my life with purpose. But then it's also there's also me and what I want, and I'm not there yet, and so I'm gonna keep getting up. And really, to be very honest, some days are really hard. It's very hard on some days, but I allow myself to feel things when it comes. If I feel today isn't a good day, I'm not I can't do anything. I would just feel it. If I want to cry, I'll cry. If I want to sleep, I would sleep. If I want to watch movies the whole weekend, I let myself feel things. I don't push. No, I let myself feel things, and after a few hours or a day, I pick myself back up and say, peace. We gotta keep doing these things. We gotta keep going. So that's how it works for me. What do you do when you have multiple interests? What do I do when I have multiple interests? Man, I have multiple interests, and I've just found a way to do most of them and all of them. I'm interested in media, videos, and film, and I'm trying to do that. I'm interested in speaking. I'm interested in roller skating and in karate. There's so many things I'm interested in, and I try to explore. I've always done different things. I find the things that fit a certain purpose, I have things for money, I have things just for impact, I have things for fun, and I fit them into those boxes and prioritize in those boxes. So in terms of money, if I have different interests that can give me money, which one would give me the most value, or which one am I better than? I prioritize and I focus there. For the one that's impact, what do I need to do amongst my hobbies or my interests that can help me impact people? I do that for hobbies. So that's kind of how I do them, and that's how I feel. And that's how I don't feel drawn into too many places, because I just feel like it's me. All of the things I do and all the things I'm interested in are different expressions of who I am. It's either I'm doing one for actual monetary value, I'm building a career, or I'm doing one for impact, which is core to my soul, or I'm doing this thing because it's fun, like karate and roller skating, just experimenting, or I'm just doing it for the experience, just to see what it is. But I put them into those boxes: experience, fun, hobbies, impact, money, and career. And I prioritize the different interests under them. And in total as well, I also prioritize based on my bandwidth and time and resources. I've almost always had a team, people or one person who can support me, who I can collaborate with. Collaboration and outsourcing and delegation just makes life a lot differently. I have a video where I talked about being a multi-potentialite. I'm just going to link it right now. Check up. How do you overcome jealousy? Just keep being on your own path. Sometimes you might not be able to help it, and you feel jealous, but ultimately just remember that your own journey is different. Your path is unique, and just focus on that. And that's what I try to do. I remind myself that my journey is different, my path is unique, and that's what matters. Like, everybody can do their own, better than I am or not better than I am, but who I am, where I'm going to, my own path is always different. I'll see people who create better content than I do, and I'm like, I want to try, and I'm like, I would try and learn, but I'm not going to feel pressured or jealous because everybody's different and how everybody does their things. So I just focus on myself and focus on my own journey. How can I be friends with you or see you? Ooh, send me DM. I would try to respond and we can plan something, or go the extra mile, find my friends, get my friends. I don't know, man. But I try to be pretty accessible. I might not reply you immediately, but I will get through my DMs at some point. How do you find time and consistency to write? I don't think I have a hack for this yet. It's been 6 weeks of doing my newsletter, 6 editions so far, and it's been one of the hardest things I've done in a while. I used to write really well and really often, like when I started blog. I launched my career into tech or anything by being a blogger. So writing was a thing from like 2012 or 2013 to like 2017. I was blogging. I had a blog community. Like I know people now that I knew because they were bloggers, and I just got tired of writing. And so I started newsletter this year because I want to start writing again. And bro, it's hard. But I'm big on consistent. But 2 things. One, I really want to build this muscle again. I want to write again. I want to write 50. But I want to write at least 40 articles or 40 newsletters this 2022. That's a goal, and I'm going to do whatever I can to hit that goal. So that clear goal, that definite purpose. Read my newsletter on definiteness of purpose, thoughts are things. That's the title. You understand what I mean? But that clear goal of at least 40 articles this year keeps me motivated to be consistent. So even if I miss the deadline, I want to publish on Tuesday, but I don't miss Tuesday, I will publish on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or Saturday. I'll publish 2 articles in next week. But that goal, we hit it. And 3, consistency is just a muscle that you build. Is really just telling yourself that I want to do it, and no matter the odds against me, I'm going to try to do it. And that's kind of what I'm just doing here. Just making sure that week on week is haunting me and I'm getting it done. Light is so much better. It's 3 a.m. and I think I kind of messed up the lighting before, but yeah, I think it's better now. So let's continue. Can't remember how many questions I've read. I think I've answered about 14 questions so far. Next question says, hard work and luck, how important have they been to your growth? Use percentage. More, I would say luck has been like 60% and hard work 40%, if I'm being very honest. Yeah, luck has been like, and I don't mean luck, I mean grace, if I'm going to be very frank. Like, I don't think it's just luck. I think it's legit the grace of God. Luck doesn't mean that I don't think I've deserved the things that I have done or the places I've been to or that I haven't worked for it. It just means that I think that I've been able to also move fast and connect to certain people and get certain ideas and just be in certain places. I would just be able to know certain things just because of grace. Is that extra that just made it a lot smoother. So yeah, I have done the work, but I know that people who even probably work much harder than I am, who are probably even better than I am, but are maybe not where I am. And I think the difference is just grace. So that would definitely give it a higher chances. But I put in the work. I put in the work, but I know that, yeah, a lot of it has also just been God. So not just luck, it's grace. How do you manage to get so many things done? I prioritize a lot. So actually, I don't think I get a lot of things done because there's some things that it's just not a priority, so I won't do it. Or when it is not, by the time when it's not a priority, I'll just move it. But yeah, I prioritize a lot. I have people that also work with me now that make my life a lot easier for my personal brand and for my YouTube channel, and that just makes things easier to do. And to be honest, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of these things if I didn't have them, because I'm also really lazy as fuck. So having people, having a support system, having people who just believe in you and who believe in your dream has been very vital for me. But I also know my priorities and I know my boundaries, and I try to apportion and see if at this time I can focus on these guys too. I'm also not really pressured by anything. I'm not pressured by numbers. I'm not pressured by people. I'm not pressured by anybody. I'm really just doing the things that I want to do at the time that I want to do them, especially when it comes to my personal brand and my content. So if I can't do something right now, I'm not going to care. But I also want to be consistent, and I also want to be able to achieve the goals that I set, and so I would show up. But it's not that pressure. It's not that pressure to be something or to be somebody else or to. It's just me doing stuff. So people is one of the ways that I'm able to get a lot of things done, but also priorities, and that just really helps me to be balanced and to be sane and to be able to apportion time and resources in a very wise way that then makes things work, as against rushing or just doing it haphazardly. So I think having very clear priorities, having people, having structure. I've tried to structure almost everything that I do. For instance, right, this is 3 a.m. on Sunday morning, and I'm shooting this video because if I don't do it this weekend, I won't have the time to do it on a weekday. I probably can't create the time, but that's a boundary I've set, that no, content should be done on weekends so that I have Monday to Friday to just focus on work that pays me salary, and just focus on that aspect. Like Monday to Friday is me it's been head of growth. It's been me being a marketer. Saturday, Sundays, it's time for me to explore and to create content. Sometimes those things we miss, right? But that also just helps me structure. So that structure and time management also really helps a lot. I hope I answered that question. What interests you in a startup before you interview the founder? That's a good question. I think the product, what I know about the founder's journey from afar, or what I've heard, and maybe them in the news. I think these are the three core things. So if somebody is building something that is dope, and I'm like, this product makes sense, right? I'm like, I want to interview the person behind this brilliant idea. So for instance, Money Africa. I like Tosin, but what really drove me to interview her was really just the product and what Money Africa is and what they stand for. Another one would be Helium Health, right? Even Bamboo. Just really brilliant product that just works. But there's also what I know about the founder. So like, for instance, E is really about his journey. I was like, I'm really driven by what he has done and who he is and kind of things he has done. Eden Life, he was also the founder, right? Eden Life is a very interesting product, but knowing that Nandaya had done Andela before was interesting. Patricia Hanu was also just things I've heard about the founder, and I'm just seeing the buzz, and I follow him on Instagram. So the founder interests me as well. Then there's also like traction, for instance, like Ezra. Ezra was also the founder. Ezra is a very interesting person, so that's not a good example. But there's also some people that are based on traction, like Mono, for instance. Brilliant product, amazing founder from what I did my research. But also what really drove me at that time was just the traction they were having. So it's kind of a mix of these three things. I believe that if I find a founder or their story interesting, that then my audience will find interesting. I feel like I'm always the first listener, and I always know when a video will do really well, because once we have that conversation and I'm intrigued, I can tell that video will do well, and it almost always does well. Like I can tell just by the vibe. So founder, product, and maybe traction or them in the market are three things that typically like makes me get interested in interviewing a founder. But people also reach out nowadays, and sometimes I don't know about them because I don't know all the startups everywhere. But when I hear, oh, this is good, I did my research and it makes sense. I hope, so will I ever get to work with you, with Daniel Moses? I hope so. You're pretty amazing at what you do, so I hope so. I hope it aligns for us at some point. How do you deal with overwhelming feelings? I feel it. I take a deep breath. I speak to my therapist. I pray if I'm feeling like praying at that time. I watch movies. I pause. I reset, and I start again. All of those things in different order for different overwhelming situations. How do you stay focused? My goals, man. My goals. I have crazy goals. I want to ball. I want to create a certain life. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to impact generations. I want to be light. I have goals, and that's what keeps me focused. Like, I have to do the job. So that's it. Do you ever get burnt out? And if you manage, oh my God, I probably get burnt out at least one day every week. At some point in the week, I'm just like, hi. am I still working? Why have I not retired yet? God, why do I have to work for money right now? I get burnt out. Some of the times I'm just like, every few months, I'm just like, whew, I need a reset. And so when I do get burnt out, I pause, I reflect, I repair, and then I try again. So when I get burnt out, I take a break. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, I take a break. If I can't handle something now, I will tell everybody that matters, I can't do it, I need a break. I would reflect, like, what's happening? Do I have too many things on my plate? Am I not prioritizing well enough anymore? Have I been saying too many yeses? Do I need to start saying too many no's? Are there things I can push back for a couple of weeks so that I can, focus on just a few things and ease myself and pace myself? I reflect. I usually know when I've said too many yeses and I need to start saying too many no's, and I say a lot of no's. I also know when, so I reflect and I repair. Repair means not just to reflect and say these are the answers, but I shift, I cut out, I speak to people. I nurture myself. I go for a swim and dip my head into water. I binge on a TV show for like a whole day or 2 days, or I travel if I have money at that time or visa. I have fun. And then I start again. Yeah, that's it. Almost there. What did you want to be when you were a child? I wanted to be a doctor, a pediatrician to be precise, or a pediatric surgeon. Either or both, I can't remember, but it was always about, doctor for kids. At one point, I also wanted to be a pastor, so I wanted to be a doctor and a pastor. Good times. Is there bae? Are you in a relationship? So many questions with that. The answer is, I won't answer this publicly. I think it's one part of my life that I want to just keep very private as much as I can. So, yes, no. You can assume what you want, but if you want to shoot your shots, that's it. If you shoot your shot, you'll probably find out the answer to this. You said you have social anxiety. How did you manage it? What would you recommend? Therapy helps me, and therapy has just helped by giving me a lot of tools to be able to manage and cope with it. One of the things that my therapist has taught me about anxiety, not just social, but anxiety in general, is that she says anxiety can be used as a tool, like an empowering tool, because when you're anxious, your mind is usually going in miles of all the things that can go wrong, and you're worrying and you're overthinking. But when you're able to do that overthinking and over worrying, what you're able to do is you're able to see all the possibilities of things that can go wrong and all things that can go right, and you can start thinking for yourself, okay, how do I advert all of these things? So you can use it as a tool to be able to think ahead, solve the problems in your head, and then gain the confidence. Okay, I think I have exhausted all the list of ways that this can go wrong, and you can then, it can go wrong like this, but this can then happen. It can go wrong like this, and you can just, attack each of that, and then, use that confidence to keep moving. So I don't even think about anxiety as a bad thing. Just think about it as a tool. When you're anxious about something, ask yourself, why am I anxious? Is it because I think a lot of things can go wrong? Is it because I think that I won't be able to speak well in this situation, or I don't know enough about this situation or this context? Or is it because I feel like people will look at me in a certain way, or, just overdo the thing, because people will cancel on me? Like, I was trying to Nairobi and I was like, oh my God, I'm so anxious. I feel like everybody will cancel. I was like, okay, well, what can you do to limit it? And we just talk about it. So therapy has really helped just in terms of tools. Also, something that's really helped is also my goal. I want to nurture more relationships. I want to have more relationships. I want to build a community for myself much more deliberately now. I just being an adult, I'm just learning how important it is to have your people and have different degrees of that relationship, and just have a really thriving network. My life career coach says that your network is the most important. She's like, I don't care what happens in your career. I care, but the one defining thread is your network, is your people. And so just also knowing that and having someone who I'm accountable to in that regard, my career coach was asking me, okay, did you hang out with this friend? Did you set a date on your calendar? Or did you speak to your mom? All of that stuff also helps me to be grounded and say, okay, I have to do this. And how do I make sure that I do this? I set this on my calendar. I tell myself, no matter the anxiety that I have, you're not going to cancel. I psych myself. Sometimes I take a shot just to gather some confidence before I leave the house. I just do the work, but I also realize that it's getting better. I think one of the core things I've learned is that a lot of things in life is just muscle building. Like if you do it consistently enough, it becomes a lot easier. So I can't remember the last time I dealt with social anxiety like a lot. Like I feel anxious, I still get like, oh, I'm shy, but like I haven't done that in a while, and that's just, it might come back in a different situation, but sometimes my sugar, but mostly I think, yeah, it's just building muscle. What would you consider the things you consistently did afraid that has brought you this far? Everything. I've done everything afraid. All the jobs I applied for afraid. All the jobs I have taken, I've done them. I've taken them afraid. Like, am I good enough? Would they sack me? Would they realize I'm a fraud? Or every time I create content, I'm doing it afraid. Like, will this content make sense? Will nobody watch it? Will it matter if they won't watch it? Should I not care? What if I back down too much? Every interview that I do for Founders Connect, I do it afraid. Everybody that I reach out for Founders Connect, I'm like, my person might say no, not reply me, but every single thing, I have done them afraid because I get really scared and anxious a lot. So every single thing, and all of these things have come together to compound to get me to where I am so far. What is the best part and most challenging part about being Peace Itimi? The best part is me. I am so awesome. I love myself so much. There's so much to me, so much about me, so much. Yeah, I love myself a lot. You guys have no idea. So much. And I think that's the best part. Something else that's good is my level of self-awareness. I think it's something my therapist always says, and just so reassuring, because I've always, one of my core values is awareness. I have 7 core values, and one of them is awareness. And so I'm very driven by, like, I want to be always in tune with myself and know why I'm saying things and why I'm doing things. And so when I speak to her and I'm able to give her a level of clarity, she's like, wow, I like how aware you are. So I really like that I'm very aware, I'm very self-aware. I like that I'm honest. I try to be very honest. You can't catch me lying. I'm very honest. That's another thing I like about myself. That's the best thing about me is also that I think another really best thing about being Peace Itimi is just that peace is driven by impact and driven by people, and I think that's just an amazing thing to drive someone. Peace is a great teacher. Peace is a great speaker. Peace is authentic, and she lives her life authentically and just attracts authenticity as well. I think those are best things. Challenging things, so many ideas, but my execution hard. Bandwidth for execution. I have a small bandwidth. I have so many things I want to do, but I think I have limited bandwidth, and that makes it really challenging because, man, yeah, if I had enough bandwidth and I was more disciplined, I don't blow by now. I think another challenging thing is just the way Peace is driven by impact is also challenging when you feel like there's a lot of people who are looking up to you and who are monitoring the things that you're doing, and how I would tweet something random that I'm just thinking or just happened to me, and I would just see like a flood, nesting 100 likes, 500 likes. That is my experience, right? Like, so that's also challenging. But on it all, I really love myself. Do you see yourself more of a masculine than a feminist? I'm not sure what the question is, but I am a feminist. But if you're asking if I'm more masculine than I am feminine, I don't know. I'm just peace and I'm just authentic. That's for you. What's your favorite vacation spot? I don't know yet. I still haven't gone out on as much vacations as I would like. But I think my favorite place that I've traveled to so far is Dubai. I had a lot of fun in Dubai. And I was just in a very good place. I felt really good in Dubai. Yeah, so I think Dubai is probably my favorite vacation memory. But sport, I think I'm still finding it out. There's a lot of places I want to go to that would probably be much better for experience. What book are you currently reading? A lot. I'm reading Conversations with God. It's somewhere here. I'm reading on Fuck Your Intimacy. I'm rereading The War of Art. I'm also trying to reread Think and Grow Rich. It's another book by my bedstand that I can't remember now. But those are books. I'm also rereading, there's this book on finance. I can't remember the name. Damn, girl. But yes, so I'm reading a couple of books at the same time, but most notably Conversations with God. What's your favorite video from your channel? That's hard. That's very hard. I don't think I have one favorite video. I don't think I have one favorite video. Guys, you know how many videos I've shot? More than 100. Some of them just me talking, some of them me having conversations with friends, some of them me interviewing people. Guys, like let me tell you guys a story. There's a day that I cried. I was going through my YouTube channel, watching some videos that I've done, and I was just like, wow, my channel is life-changing. If you sit down and say you want to watch all my videos, when you're done, you will leave there feeling like you can do anything and be anything. You have so much more knowledge. And I was just crying. I was like, wow, is it me that I've been able to do this? I've been able to just create this repository of impactful, relevant, timeless content. And I cried and I wept. I was just in awe of the work that has been done and grateful for just being the vessel to be able to do this. I'm grateful for the people who will go through each video at different times and just get something, get a light bulb moment, get inspired, get motivated, learn something to get better in their lives, in their business. It's just, I feel like every video has something, and that just makes me incredibly proud, because that's what I want more than anything, that people get better because of it. And so like, I look at my channel every day and I'm so freaking proud of it, because I've poured out my heart and my soul and my knowledge, and yeah, it's just it's amazing. I'm so proud of it. And so I can't pick one video. It's the totality of it. Whew, we're almost there. 3 more questions. If you were in $100,000 debt and had less than 6 months to pay, or you get arrested, what would you do? I'll find the money. I'll work hard. I would beg. I will find the money. I'll find the money legally. I will do everything legally possible to find the money. Yeah. Next 3 cities you want to visit: Mexico, Amsterdam. I want to go back to Nairobi. I want to go back to Kenya. But Mexico, Amsterdam, Greece, Turkey, Kenya. These are all the places I want to visit next. The plug of the sandals that you wanted to buy, it was from ASOS. Yes, it was from ASOS. Whew, first 30 questions done in about 35 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for sending your questions. It was really nice to chat with you. If you have more questions for me, leave them in the comment section below, and I promise I will get to answering them. I promise. I will do another video. We can make this thing a series that I do every month or every quarter. So just leave your questions and I'll come back and I'll find them. But thank you to everybody that shared their questions with me. I hope this video was nice. I hope it was fun. I didn't mess up the lights at the beginning. No excuse, but yeah. Thank you. Peace out. 2 more videos to go for Q&A. 1 on marketing, 1 on career related questions. So see you there. Peace.